your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with 7 things about Germany that I can't get used to by our guy Nalf. Now, before we dive into this, I need you to dive into that subscribe button, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You didn't subscribe to any of it? Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Phew, man, I talk back. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got, Nalf?
Guys, welcome back to the Nalf YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. A special welcome to you. My name is Nalf, Nick Alfieri. My nickname is Nalf. That's where we get the Nalf, okay?
That's where
I
always wonder where Nalf came from. Always wonder. Nick Alfieri.
Nick Alfieri. My nickname is Nalf. That's where we get the Nalf, okay? I am an American living in Schwäbisch Hall, Germany, a small town in southern Germany. I play American football here for the Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns of the German Football League. Now, I've been here on and off for about 6 years, so I have had a lot of experiences with culture shock and settling into a different country. And there are certainly things about Germany that kind of surprised me at first, but I have since gotten used to, and they are just part of my everyday life, and they don't seem like anything too crazy for me now.
So what are some things you can't get used to about Germany? I can't get used to the no air conditioning. I can't get used to the no spatial awareness. People walk around as if they're the only person on Earth. And I can't get used to there's no customer service, that you walk into a store and they're mad at you for being there. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to give you my money. So
He said, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to give you my money."
or they're mad at you for being there. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to give you my money. So what else?
But there are things that even after all these years, I still cannot get used to about Germany. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's jump into the things about Germany that I cannot get used to. Elements of German society that are slow, barbaric, and outdated. I am looking at some institutions such as banking that rely so heavily on physical snail mail. My brother, being new in Germany, has been trying to set up an online bank account so he can do his banking online, see his account on his phone, etc. Some pretty standard stuff that should just be, you download an app, you get your information, you're good to go. It has taken him 2 months to be able to set up his online banking because in Germany, at least with the banks that we use, you have to mail away some information, they mail you back a PIN, you put it in, and then you have to wait another 2 or 3 weeks, and it's this very, very strange, barbaric system that seems to be super clunky, and it just doesn't make sense for why a society like Germany still basically feels like they live in the 1970s or 80s when it comes to certain things like online banking. Also, there's just so much unnecessary snail mail, like paper mail, that you get in the mail. And for a country that prides itself on being very environmentally conscious and environmentally friendly, I am a little bit appalled at how much wasted paper there is just sending pointless letters and things in the mail. Yeah. Something that I just am not getting used to.
I feel that, especially with the banking. Banking should be easy, like, to set up. I go to a bank right now, set up an account, got my card, and I can get the app either today or the next day, it seems like. So that shouldn't seem like something that you would need like 2 or 3 months to be able to do online banking. That seems like something you should be able to do immediately. With the mail, I don't know what kind of documents. I'm guessing they just have to be mailed. Like, it just have to be mailed. Very important confidential documents, I guess.
Things in the mail. Something that I just am not getting used to.
First, relax.
How fast people drive on the Autobahn.
Ooh, we go faster, dude.
Did you just... Okay,
Maximum
okay.
speed.
right, okay, that's good, that's fast. Now, Americans are always really interested in and almost obsessed with the fact that you can go as fast as you want during certain stretches on the Autobahn. Actually, a lot of Americans are under the impression or have some sort of false impression about the Autobahn, that it's always no speed limits all the time. I've even heard some really weird images of the Autobahn. One of my friends told me that he thought the Autobahn was a big X that goes across Germany, a big highway an X highway that had no speed limits. Not really sure where that came from. I've also heard that the Autobahn is a circular highway all around the country. Also really weird. But yeah, I've been driving on the Autobahn now for 6 years, and I've gotten used to going much faster than I would typically go in the States. In the States, you're really going about 60, 65 miles per hour tops, which, what is that in kilometers per hour? Maybe?
Nah, 60, 65? Tops? Where? In Texas, speed limit is 75. But, y'all know I'm pushing about. I'm pushing 90, in between 90 to 100 most of the time I'm driving. In between, if it's like a distance, if I'm getting on the highway, we're pushing 90 to 100 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? 60, 65, if you're going that, you're annoying me. I'm like, I can't be behind you because that's just too slow. That's just too slow. But we do deal with a lot of traffic, so it's not like I can go like in between 90 to 100 for a long time. It's like at some point I'm gonna run into somebody that slows me down.
5 miles per hour tops, which, what is that in kilometers per hour? Maybe 110 or so? I don't know. My math's probably wrong. But since living in Germany, I've gotten used to going 160, 170 kilometers per hour, which is about 100 miles per hour, something I would never do in the States. But I've gotten used to that. It's no big deal to be driving in the left lane, passing cars going 160 kilometers per hour. I'm used to that. But what I can't get used to is when I'm going 160 kilometers per hour, I feel like I'm really pushing it and I'm passing cars that another car, probably a BMW coming up behind me, flashing his lights, is going 240, 260 kilometers per hour like it's no big deal. That is something that I cannot get used to. My tolerance for speed has certainly increased, but I am not used to how fast some of these native-born Germans are willing and comfortable to drive on the Autobahn. Okay.
For me, I'd have to top it off at like 110. I can't see myself driving faster than really 110 miles per hour. I don't know how much that is in kilometers, but that's probably my cutoff. So yeah, I'm sure there'd be a lot of cars still passing me up on that Autobahn.
Willing and comfortable to drive on the Autobahn. Okay, sorry to interrupt the content for a moment. It's just time for a shameless plug. Guys, as you know, I do not do sponsorships on this channel. Maybe it is a stupid decision, but for some reason it feels like the right one for me. Instead, this channel is supported by my Patreon. So if you have any interest in that, we have some cool stuff going on my Patreon. I do a monthly Q&A where anybody can ask me anything, and I film an unedited, usually hour and a half or so Q&A response. We have a movie club where we are going through different movies that people have picked. Also a fun thing, and I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff, extra content, bonus footage, stuff like that. So if you are happy that this channel has remained sponsorship free for the last 6 or 7 years and are interested in supporting it, please feel free to check out the Nalf Patreon page. The link to that is in the description, and I very much appreciate it. Okay, enough with the shameless plug now. Back to the content. Guys, I've said it 1,000 times. If you've watched my videos, you know this is one of the biggest things for every American who comes here is the physical distancing. The much smaller acceptable physical distance between people. You get it when you go to a grocery store or in line somewhere. I've tried to get used to it, that it's a smaller threshold and people are used to standing closer to each other. It's a more densely populated country. Maybe that explains why people are more tolerant of this, but it's something that I seriously feel very uncomfortable with still, cannot get used to. The other day I was walking in Schwäbisch Hall. A whole town, you know, so much space for people to walk. I was walking, and I felt somebody up right behind me, and I sensed that there was a body right on my hip, and I thought that I was about to get robbed or pickpocketed. So I turned around like this and flinched, and like kind of threw my hands up, getting ready. And it was just some little old woman who was following me this close. And she was like so startled at my reaction that she kind of realized that I felt that she was too close to me. But unless I reacted like that, she wouldn't have thought anything of it. It was totally normal for her to be just following somebody so close, right in their personal space. Something that I still cannot get used to, and I don't think I ever will get used to. A personal bubble comes from North America. It's a little bit wider.
We do like that personal bubble. We don't just do. But then again, on the other hand, we are friendly. So when we do meet new people, we do talk to new people. You know what I'm saying? We may invade their personal space, but I don't know. Yeah, if that little lady was walking up on me, I would feel. I'll start walking faster. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be out of there. Don't just be walking up on me like that. If you approach me from the front and you get close, I see you coming. So now I'm not as startled. But you approach me from behind where I can feel you, but I can't see you. I don't like that.
Bubble comes from North America. It's a little bit wider. This one is actually something that I sometimes like and sometimes don't like, and it is that it stays lighter later, especially in the summer. I just looked it up. The sunset time for my hometown, Portland, Oregon tonight is like 8:56 p.m., whereas the sunset time here in Schwabish Hall is closer to 9:30, and that is still, you still have some light for about 30-40 minutes after that sunset. So if I'm like in bed and it's 10 o'clock, I can look outside and the sky is still not pitch black. It's something that I still can't really get used to. Sometimes I really like it. Say, for example, if I'm out with friends or in the beer garden or something, and it's, one of those summer evenings where you want to elongate the time. But sometimes when I'm trying to go to bed early and it's still, not dark out at 10 o'clock, that is a little bit of a hindrance to my sleep patterns, which are so important to me. So this one sort of depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but the fact that Germany is at a much higher, what is it? I can never remember. Is this latitude? And results in later sunsets. It's quite something that I am not used to. Now, when we were in Finland, we saw this to the even more extreme, because it felt like it didn't get dark there until 11:30 or so. And that was in April.
Wild. Now that's wild. 11:30, like, sheesh. I can't imagine looking outside. I'm not even up at 11:30, to be honest. I'm asleep by then. But if I did happen to be up and it's still light, I'd be like, what on earth is going on?
Dark there until 11:30 or so. And that was in April. So I would imagine now in June and getting close to the actual summer, it would be maybe like midnight. Yeah. So that's something that is sometimes good, sometimes bad, but I'm certainly not used to it. This isn't all negative, guys. And this one thing that I absolutely cannot get used to, but I love it because it brings me so much joy every time, is when I walk into a German bakery and I smell that smell of the German baked goodness, magical food. It is something that every time I go in there, it feels like it's the first time I've been in there. There is just something incredible about German bakeries. We just really don't have this level of baked goodness in the States, at least not on such a wide scale. It's, for the most part, if you go into a German bakery, you're going to get some pretty high quality stuff. And the smell that I get when I walk in there makes me want to buy every single thing on the menu. I usually just stick to my typical butter pretzel. Perhaps I'll branch out one of these days, but the magical smell of a German bakery when you walk in is something that I cannot get used to, surprises me pleasantly every single time, and I hope that I never get used to it.
It looks absolutely amazing. Coming from this point of view, it looks amazing. Oh, I want some of that bread. I want some of that.
And I hope that I never get used to it. Guys, Germans work.
I gotta read this one. European out of office. I'm away camping for the summer. Please email me back in September. American out of office. I have left the office for 2 hours to undergo kidney surgery, but you could reach me on my cell anytime.
Guys, Germans work really, really hard, okay? They have this reputation for being efficient and hardworking, and that is absolutely true. But Germans also have a lot of holidays where basically it seems like nobody's working. You've probably heard a million times about Americans complaining about the fact that most things are shut down on Sundays. Now, I'm past that point. I get it. I'm used to it. I can structure my week around everything being closed on Sundays. What is difficult, though, for me, however, is it feels like there are so many holidays where I am not expecting, I don't have it on my calendar, this is a holiday and everything's going to be shut down. Yeah. So recently, for example, it was the Pfingstfest, where everything's closed on Monday. I forgot to realize that, I guess, so I knew everything was going to be closed on Sunday. And then I tried to go to the store on Monday and realized, oh, it's a holiday, everything's still closed. So when you run into these situations where there are 2, sometimes even 3 days in a row where everything is closed, it's a little bit difficult for an American to get used to. Yeah. I've fought and clawed and battled my way to getting used to everything being closed on Sundays. I am not used to there being multiple days in a row where everything is closed. German?
You definitely, that would be, especially as an American, that's just a struggle to get used to. If it's like Christmas, all stores are maybe closed on Christmas Day. That's it. That they may close early on Christmas Eve, but they'll be open for a period of time. And the day after, they're definitely open. And that's like the biggest holiday that, other than that, like, you're really not going to find all stores closed on any other day.
Used to there being multiple days in a row where everything is closed. Germans have so many holidays, and it feels like everybody's on vacation all the time, especially in summertime. Every time I talk to someone, I'm like, hey, how's work going? Like, oh, it's good, but I'm on vacation right now. I'm on a 2 weeks vacation. I'm going to Greece tomorrow.
I love that.
And I feel like this is the most common conversation that I have with people when I ask them about their work.
Sunday fun day.
Another positive one, guys, is the exciting and relaxed, great vibes that you get in a small German town on a sunny Sunday. I've talked about it many times before. German Sunday culture, which is slow down, chill, relax, enjoy time with your friends and family. And walking around Schwäbisch Hall on a nice weather Sunday, it's just this experience that every single time makes me feel like I'm experiencing it for the first time. It's like, for some reason I forget that this is going to happen. It's going to feel like this on these Sundays. And I don't know why. I'm not used to it. And this is another thing that I don't want to get used to. I want to continue to wake up and walk around on a late morning on one of these Sundays and be just pleasantly surprised and take it all in. On all these people sort of stopping in a collective way, sort of stopping, slowing down, and all enjoying life. You can just feel it, and it's something that I really, really like. And I have not ever experienced this in the States on this level. All right, guys. So those are some things that I, as an American living in Germany, am still not used to about this country. If you've got any experiences of your own, if you're an American that lives in a foreign country, or if you're a German who wants to defend some of these points, please feel free to do so in the comments. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube videos. I very sincerely and truly appreciate it. Hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next time.
Nah, that's super dope. I rock with this channel heavily. And yeah, like I always say, going to a new country, adjusting is definitely going to be difficult when you're so used to things working a certain way. But he's like, after 6, 7 years on and off in Germany, these are just the 7 things that I just can't get used to. But that's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon are all up top. You know, subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.